People that actually make changes in the world take birth very infrequently. You won't find 25 Gandhis taking birth, or Greta Thunberg, or Malala, or people that make real social change in this world, who have the power to influence people in a positive way, or influence the world in a positive way, to leave their mark in a positive way. Martin Luther King. I mean, till Martin Luther King brought in the civil rights movement, there was no immigration into this country except for whites. It was only after that the suffrage was passed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, like, everybody was included. It started with the Chinese Exclusion Act, and I was surprised to learn. I had no idea about what the policy was, but that one man's movement changed the mix of this country forever. Had that not happened, perhaps all of us wouldn't be here. At least I wouldn't, for sure, because I only came 20 years ago to this country. So people that are influenced by pure values of helping others, they're very few. And you get attracted to them. Because if you connect deeply to your source, there is only pure compassion and love for others. There is the need to live in a harmonious society. There is a need to be peaceful and happy at all times. We don't want misery. We don't want fights. We don't want unpleasantness. We don't want negativity. We don't want our lives to be threatened. We want to live a harmonious and peaceful life. So we get very attracted to people who seem to be making a difference in this world. And when you go and you listen to them talk, if you've ever been in the presence of someone like, say, the Dalai Lama, or Eckhart Tolle, or Sri Ravi Shankar, all other thoughts leave you. Everything else leaves you. You're just there, present, trying to hold on to every single word that they're saying, and no worries. You're not thinking, oh my God, something is happening, my back is hurting, or my leg is paining, how am I going to get up? Those thoughts don't even come to you, because inside of each one of us, we are all basically good people. And we want goodness. But unfortunately, greed corrupts everything. I want what you have. I want it at any cost. And if you look through the ages, it's not just this country at this point of time, or any country at this point of time. From the time human beings lived in groups, right? There were always one group of people preying off of the rest of the community. There was always one group of privileged people. And how did they maintain their superiority? They made you believe that you needed them. You needed them because without them doing the work, you would have nothing to do. It was their money that keeps your bellies full. And whether it was a king, or it's the leader of a political party, or it's, nowadays the problem is monopolies, big companies that are influencing the way we think, influencing what we buy, influencing who we hang out with, who we surround ourselves with. Our sense of fair play and justice is completely sidetracked because of inner greed. That comes to the surface. My needs before anyone else's. I don't want to share what I have. I want to take care of my needs first, and they can take care of theirs. Well, I work hard for it. I mean, they don't work. They're getting freebies. They don't deserve it. But they never think of the extremely wealthy, who are the ones that are really getting the freebies. And how the whole machinery, it's not just one group, it's not just one, the entire system works on greed, functions on greed. The entire economy, the entire financial system, the entire political system, everything this world, this outer world stands for is based on greed. And that warps your sense of self. That the two can never come together. Greed is an outer manifestation, and peace of mind is an inner one. The two of them can never come to the same party. They can never live in the same house. You can have one, you cannot have the other. Because when you have peace of mind, you are happy with your life exactly the way it is. Right at this moment, with everything that you have or don't have. You appreciate everybody for who they are, not for what they can do for you. Now that's the difference. We make friends, and especially the ones on Instagram. You're looking to see, 10,000 followers, maybe I should follow her. Maybe I should comment on everything she says, then she'll support what I'll do, right? It's all, in Hindi we call this matlabi. People like that are matlabi, and I never used to hang out with matlabi. It means they want something from you. You have a reason to make friends, and it's not out of no reason. Just because you love the company of somebody. I mean, those days are gone. And if you even examine the ones that you really love, you probably have one or two of those from your childhood, whom you just love for no reason. They may have become wealthier than you, they may have remained poorer than you, they may have married well, but it doesn't matter to you. There are those comfort people that appeal to that inner sense of just doing the right thing. Not just for you. Not just for you, but for the whole world. All your actions must be for others. And when you do for others, when you do it with a sense of pouring, we call it ghee into a fire, because traditionally in India, whenever we had religious ceremonies, there was a big fire in the middle, and offerings would be poured into the fire. And every time you poured ghee, which is, you know what ghee is, right? Clarified butter, the flames would rise up. So your life has to be such that you're offering into the fire of existence, and then the benefits come. Everything goes up. As long as it's narrow and thinking, no, this is just for me, and you can't come, and you can't come, and you can't enter, not for you. You're too rich, you're too poor, you're from the wrong country, you have the wrong faith. As long as we think narrow, our life will be that much limited. You are limiting yourself by putting up these barriers, and it's not your fault. Your mother told you, your father told you, all the news that you read tells you that. People around you, that's how they behave. Everyone does things for a reason. And the reason that there's depression in the world is because of this attitude of, what about me? What can I get from you? If you just turn that around to, what can I do for you? There is no question of being depressed. Your entire life is for the service of others, is to be of some use to somebody else. Your words that come out of your mouth should make people happy. No nasty words, no bad words. It should only be uplifting and good. No negative thoughts. Only positive, uplifting thought. That's the ideal. That's who you are. And if you actually connect it to your source, you will not be able to get those words to your mouth. Because those words come when there's anger, when there's frustration, when there are obstacles, when there is immature thinking. A mature, well-defined person thinks about the whole world before themselves. Because we have a responsibility to our children. What are we handing to them? What kind of a world are we giving to them where they can't go to school without code red? Yesterday, my niece was like, she lives in Jersey City. And she's like, till my daughter comes, the school's on lockdown, till my daughter comes home, I can't rest. She's at work somewhere. And how old is that daughter? 5 years old. See that stress. You're saying that young people shouldn't have stress. But look at the world we are living, that we have created, the world that we live in. And that we have a duty, we have a responsibility to spread this perfume, this compassion of universal love. Where we really truly care about others and don't use it, as something, like for political gain or for monetary gain. It's not about that. And week after week I sit here and I talk in the hope that I'll reach more people. That those that really need the message will one day hear it. And that it'll make a difference. Something that I say will resonate somewhere and it'll all open up. And they will realize that there is no need to be unhappy. The unhappiness comes from your own greed. It's because you want so much. You want so much and you can't get it. Not in this life, or not in this month, or not with this marriage, or not with this in this country, whatever it is. Everything comes from greed. Everything, all your problems stem from that. It's about what you want and what you can get. The two never meet. The two never meet. Because when you're comfortable, you don't want. You don't want anything. When you connect to your source, you are so comfortable with what you have that whatever comes unsought. Whatever comes in your life comes completely unsought. That you're not yearning after it. You think about things, you let it go. You don't hanker after it. You don't worry about it. You don't have sleepless nights over it. Yeah. It's been like this. It doesn't matter what history of which country you watch. Every country, everywhere, the whole colonial culture, all about greed. I want what's yours. And then where is it? Where is all this gold? They destroyed the Incas. Where is that silver and gold? I would like to know how rich Spain is today.
Poor.
It is poor. There you go. Because it's all karma. What goes around.
In the Atlantic Ocean on the way back. Yeah, a lot of it.
There is this something like, there is karma. There is individual karma, there is group karma. And it comes at some point, it comes and hits you. When it's your time to pay, it's your time to pay. And this country has been built on so many tears, so much bloodshed. There will be a time we'll have to pay. How, when, what, I don't know. It's not how I work, it's how the universe works. You cannot go on like this forever. There's going to be a breakdown. That's what happened even if you see in all countries. You had the French Revolution, you had the Russian Revolution. When a few people take too much, the system breaks down. And the people start to try to equalize things, because naturally the tendency is to want everything for everybody. But then when they get their hands on all those goodies, then they start wanting it for themselves, and the cycle begins again. It is complete lack of awareness, complete lack of consciousness, complete inability to understand who are you, why are you here, what is it that we're up to. And they're continually in the outer world, trying to make money, trying to do all these things. You know what? All that money, all that fame, all that, like that you go. Like that the soul leaves the body. And what's left? Nothing. A body that rots. If you don't do something to it, put it under the ground or cremate it. That's what it is. What are we after? What do we need except a handful of food each day? That is all we need. For the body. And for the soul, you need this connection of love. This connection of giving. And the rest of it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Do whatever you do with a spirit of giving it, pouring it into the fire, like I explained. And just like you're sacrificing to life. It's not for me. It's not for me. And see, the abundance, the happiness, everything will just flow in your life.